such a hard time with this. I really do. Okay. Those of you who have friends, okay, that are in the church, because this is really crucial right now, okay, because the church is being divided, okay, by earthly teachings, okay, what we have been taught traditionally. This is waters, you understand that? That's waters, okay? When, it's waters, okay? See, when the waters dry up, the land comes back together. One truth, one truth. This is what, when the waters subside, because waters are people's traditions and beliefs. Okay, the United States, all right, and I know a lot of you are going to argue with me on this, and that's okay. It's okay. Because there's just, this is very layered and it's very deep. But we are in Israel right now, okay? And you have to understand the patterns of how this happened, okay? If you have not studied the holy rabbis in the Jewish tradition and lineage, you can't understand that power. You can't understand that authority. You can't understand what that really meant when they all started migrating here to the United States. And it's the melting pot, okay? It's the witch's brew. We are the witch's brew. We're the pot. We're the melting pot, you know? Every folklore, everything came here. Everything, okay? This is where it got plopped. Plop. So, crossing the waters, everybody's heritage, okay, from the other lands came here. Now, that's why I said it was important to know where you came from. If you know where you came from, you can get a grip on where you're going and who you are in this time that we're in, you know? There's a reason why so many people have no clue who they really are or where they really come from, their families, you know? Again, that's an important thing, but I'll skip on. If you do not understand when the United States became a type of Israel, okay, in 1950, okay, when their seventh Rebbe, Schneerson, okay, came here and founded Chabad, okay, that is their headquarters in Brooklyn, okay, in New York. Hence, a tree grows in Brooklyn, okay? I'll get into this, but just know that that was a very big marker date, okay? So, a lot of power comes out of there. Lots and lots of power comes out of there, okay? Now, this is not about bashing of the Jewish people. It's not. This is about understanding the true Jews and Jews who are not Jews and say that they are, okay? That's what this is about. So, I've talked about this many, many, many times. But what's happening is they're dividing because we're torn. We're torn. We're torn about what our heart and our love for God. But God says you have to bless Israel. You gotta bless the Jews. You can't say anything bad about them. That's true. But how do you know? You don't know who. You don't know the rabble that's came in. Just like when they left Egypt, there was rabble that snuck into the Israelites group. Okay, they caused all the chaos. Okay, same thing. Can't get into it, but I've done extensive research. Okay, and actually I got stopped. I got stuck, and I didn't even know this. I mean, but I knew something happened in this one area. I knew it. I knew something big happened in this one area because I study historical patterns, and biblical patterns. I kept getting stuck in this one Eastern European place, and I knew something major biblical, a change, something happened there, a swap, something. Well, I know what that was now, but we're torn, our heartstrings. But now we're finding out, we got our mind going. Now, well, what do we believe? Because it's God. If I believe that, then God's going to shun me. He's going to kick me. He's not going to choose me. Okay, see, you have to let God teach you. Okay, because you have to get rid of man. You got to get rid of man. Okay, you got to drain those waters. Got to drain those waters. Okay. The church, I just talked about this well, there's got to be an Antichrist. Now, Obama's out of office now, okay? So, he's out of office. And per the timeline of Daniel, that the scholars, of today have said that we are following and in, because, see, they really don't understand the reset times and restart times of these patterns, okay? And that's what it is. Every time had a Daniel count, okay? Every so many time periods, they had that count, okay? That count can be in years, days, months, minutes, seconds, okay? So, weeks. But you have to do your own homework to know this yourself. Stop listening to them, because it's tearing you. It's pulling at your heartstrings of what to do, okay? But there's got to be an Antichrist. There's got to be Trump. Okay, everything's mirrored and everything's flipped, okay? So, again, go back to my video about the sun and the moon and where our reflection comes from, where our light comes from. Our light is dimmed. It was dimmed, okay? Remember I said that. Our light was dimmed. See, this is part of that. This is part of that. It's going to click off. I'll do another one.